Alright, so I just wanted to see if this actually records my voice while playing through a game. So, game history. Alright, so this was my 4-1 burn league. Went really well. Awful hand. Much better. The land. Lead off, so against Rug. But they're starting to clock us, so I throw out the, the guide. So he's stuck. He finds it. Suspend. I bolted that Delver because he presents a real clock if he flips. Especially since I realized that a Termagoyf would prevent me from attacking with Goblin Guide. So I put my in now to win. Unfortunately, I flooded out. So I didn't change anything for game 2. I didn't put I didn't bring anything in from my sideboard. My main deck is pretty well equipped to handle Rogue Delver. This hand is absolute gas. Again, I'm playing around days there. I also feel like he probably had some removal since he left it up. So there was no point trying to actually get a prowess trigger. So Spear still would have died. So I love about Burn turn 3 and he's already at half health. Price is likely 4 to 6 damage now if it resolves. But he's not really finding any lands, so. He should have traded there. Delvers don't blind flip. Price is now 4 damage if he taps out. Absolutely trading 2 Delvers for that. Now I would have lost there if he had a double days. And luckily he didn't. I could have just waited till I untapped, which I should have. A little land heavy, but you know what? You got an Eidolon and a Goblin Guide. So you play it. Again, playing around days and spell pierce. I don't have, there's no pressure. He's down to one card. And I think he has no words of training. Literally don't care about wrenn in 6. So I'm really actually far ahead now. I don't have to do anything until he commits more damage to the Eidolon. I can just wait for lands to cast, double cast Fire Blast. So he hard casts Force of Will, which means he can't cast it again. It's got one card in hand. So I win the match. So we're 1-0. Hand's a good keep. Got a creature. Finishers. So I'm either on. So I'm guessing this person's on Blade or Miracles. I'm holding up Chain Lightning in case he does have a Stone Forge. Now I could have gone for Firecraft, but I really wanted to find out what I was playing against. Not really presenting it with a clock. And that's why I'm leaving up most of my spells, because I thought this guy was on Miracles. I mean, he's on Miracles. So I was waiting for him to type out so I could just use Counter Magic. So I didn't have to worry about Counter Magic. Could have just Firecrafted there. I wasn't in a rush. I was just trying to find out a little bit more information. The deck didn't seem like it was playing like Miracles. Anyway, he taps out for some Brainstorm and I can Fire Blast him since he can't fetch. So game 2, all I did was take up the prices for my Vortex and Pillars. I think I had one price of progress still left. So good opening hand. That you just jam. Eidolon and Pillar ruins Miracles since they have the cantrip a lot. And now he's trading a Snapcaster for nothing. So I'm already feeling really good about this. He kicks me. I bolt the click. He puts out a mentor and I literally don't care. Teferi counters my suspended Rift Bolt. Pro tip, since you can only cast him here sorcery. His life total is so low that I don't even care about the mentor. And he doesn't have anything to answer. So an easy, quick, easy 2-0. Now here comes the unfortunate game. This one is called Drowsy Stompy. Good creatures, but a lot of burn. Doman. Eidolon is probably the worst card I could have played. Probably could have just traded the My hand is so bad. And I'm flooding out. Wouldn't have made it anyway. I probably should have just flung that at him. So I bring in all my Smash to Smithereens, take out my Eidolons. Bad hand, better. But mulling down to 5 and not having a Smash to Smithereens is a problem. And that's why. He has actually a really slow hand too, that turns out. It's a lot of annoying spells for me. I would have been able to smash this and at least start playing some cards. And a Price of Progress would have been great. But as it happens, I run 4 Smash to Smithereens and I don't get one of them. I think I concede quickly soon after this. Yeah. So I just flood out and I don't find a Smash to Smithereens. Had I found one that turn, I might have been able to do something. So still 2-3 at this 2-1 at this point. It's a 1-lander, but you know what? It's absolute gas. You don't play burn to keep landers. My rule is if I can cast half of my spells, I keep it. And I can cast half of my spells. So this looks like Maverick. Probably could have told that from the... And now I'm getting punished for my greedy 1-lane keep. Now I'm really screwed. I just concede. We're just wasting time. So I bring in my vortexes because of the life gain they have from scavenging ooze. We keep this because it's got rift bolt and removal. Always bolt the high arc. Now I have an answer for a turn 2 Thalia. That answers to kill it. Really would have liked to land there. Dyewood's good too. Gonna run out the Eidolon now. See if it taxes him a little bit. Definitely not running out the second one when I got all these spells to cast. I'm not sure why he brought that in. I guess it's just main deck. Had to get rid of the Thalia. Because now it taxes him to recast it. Price of Progress is tons of damage here too. And he concedes. Probably trying to grab Scavenging Ooze. Which is why I bring in the Sulfuric. We go for another 1-lane keep, but we're on the draw this time. I'm also able to cast half of my spells, so I keep it. Also have an answer for Thalia, which is always important. I once again, however, fail to draw a land. He taps out for a knight. I really need a land here, or that knight's going to take over. I finally hit it. He's still able to generate cards, but I have a completely live hand now. Throws out the skews. I don't know why he just doesn't play it for life. But then I realized he had a plow. And another one. However, both of my pops are really damaging right now. Price is still a hell of a lot of damage. Oh yeah, I brought in Smash the Smithereens too because of that. Duh, Maverick. So luckily he only has one more creature he could feed to Scavenging Ooze. And Price of Progress Fire Blast kills him. Especially with Swift Spear. He just takes that. I guess he couldn't fetch for it. I mean, he could have fetched. Oh well. It's 3-1. It's a great hand. Would lose hard to a turn 1 Chalice, but seems like we're against Blade or Miracles again. Not a lot of people running basic islands these days. So Polluted Delta then confuses me. So now with that, I'm really confused. This must be some sort of like blue-black control deck, maybe Grixis. I knew he had Fatal Push. I wait for him to tap out, so I blow up all that stuff. Again, I know he has. Now I know he has a Force of Will. Trades the Snapcaster for nothing. And now he's down to 2. And I know I have 4 main deck Firecrafts I could draw into. Or just a hell of a lot of burn spells. I went for it there. He only had 3 cards in hand, 1 mana up. So definitely some sort of blue-black control. I keep this hand because against a black control deck that tends to have a lot of hand discard, I worry about not having enough gas. And the games will go long anyway, so I just kind of sit on it. So he taps out for a Jace, and I'm looking like this is going to be great. And I forgot about Force of Negation. I should have just played Pillar. I didn't know he had Force of Negation, but that's a really good card against us. Since it doesn't cost him life. And now he could just... For speed's sake, he just mind locks me. I can't manage to get anything off. So the safe play would have been Pillar. Then play the Fireclap the next turn. So game 3. Hand's decent. Ooh. See, there's the hand discard I was talking about. Thoughtseize is such a silly card against us. Now I'm flooding out. Happily trading a Snapcaster for nothing. Or a 1-for-1, I should say. Was not expecting an angler. He attacks with it, so I block, since he clearly has an answer to my Swift Spear, which would have been that. He had a lot of mana open, so I just didn't cast that bolt yet because I was waiting for him to tap out more. I got 2 turns for me to cast everything, and I want to overload his hand. I don't know why he plays another angler. And we get there, because we leave up enough mana to counter spellpierce. So there's a really good article with Patrick Sullivan wrote about making counters useless. So you really got to focus on the text of the counter, which is usually situational. Pay 1 for daze, pay 2 for spell pierce. So if you can make that part of their text useless, then your burn spells are even more effective, because they have dead cards in their hand. Alright, so that was my quick rundown of my 401 Burn League. I'm going to start streaming again on Saturdays, I think. Fridays and Saturdays. We'll see how it goes. Alright, take care.